This is Crane, and with another tutorial of how the fuck to make expressive motion. You know, those motion where it's subtle, but at the same time it's really expressive and just makes the character alive instead of them just kind of just standing around and talking. No, we don't want that. So I listed down a couple of things because I'm not very good with impromptu and coherent matters. So, expressive motion, like you can see here, this is my work of determination, and you can see Kara moving up, moving around. Just they're not like standing in this, like they're standing in the same place, but they're still moving. They're still pretty much acting like a fucking poop child. And I've been getting a lot of comments asking how the fuck do I achieve that. It's pretty easy. You just need a couple factors, and here they are. Oh, God damn it. So, number one, reference. Reference and storyboard. You're not gonna get anywhere if you're just kind of animating blindly. That's like a big no-no. Reference, just pretty much anything. Like, just go stand in front of a mirror and act out the motion you want to do. If you want to start singing, if you want like Poop Child to start singing and being all like smug, then just reference it. Just kind of get a feel on how it works. And for storyboard, uh, like you can actually draw it, or you can just do a mental storyboard where you just kind of pan out scenes. That's what usually I do, since I really don't have the patience to draw every scene. Like if I ended up drawing all the scenes of determination first, I'd probably give up on it and just not work on it anymore. Alright. So pretty much reference, and those who say that reference is like does not make you a good artist, then fuck those people. Reference is everything, even like the best fucking artists, like the best Renaissance artists, they used reference. No joke. Um, Second one, move every bone in the camera. We're human. We move. Everything moves. Like even if you think you're not moving, you're moving. So every bone shown in the camera. So we have Mr. Sneeze here, and as you can see, almost every bone. See, pretty much his upper body, his neck, his head, they're all moving. They're all moving at different time, and it's really helpful because it really gives life to them. Because if like let's say we just let's say only his head is moving. So we'll delete this. If we only see his head moving, this will happen. Again, just like you killed your own mother. And see, it's not expressive. He just bops his head around, and that's black. But if we give him motion for his upper body 2, and neck, again, just like you killed your own mother. He sways to the right. It's like, wow, like he fucking rolls his eyes like, wow, look at that, it's fucking hot. Pretty much trying to move every bone shown in the camera. You don't have to specifically move everything. As you can see, there's no motion for his legs. I didn't move his legs because it's not really that needed. But like, if it's like, say it shows their bust, then upper body 2, neck and head, and a little bit of the shoulder. Actually, it also helps with a little bit of the shoulder. Interpolation curve. You know this. Every tutorial has this. This one. This helpful little tool right here. This is your best friend. My wife Pouch already like said all the stuff needed for interpolation curve, but here's the brief. This curve is your best friend. This is the slow, fast, slow curve. So what happens is, when the motion goes from here, it's slow, but then around the middle part it goes fast, and then it goes slow again. And that simulates the closest to real movement, because how humans move, it's from slow to fast and then it comes to a rest, so it slows down again. And you're gonna be using this. Technically, I actually use the same interpolation curve in almost every expressive subtle motion. So look, it's all the same thing. There's like nothing else. All the same. Okay, first, second, and last rule. You already see here that not all frames are together into just one bunch. Like, it's usually you'd have this. It's like, no, that's not it. Don't do that. Everything moves at at the same pace at its own time. Oops. Everything moves at a different pace at their different time. That's better. Not everything moves at the same time. If everything moved at the same time, we'd probably be robots. But what I like to follow is the main motion. The main motion where like uh gives the biggest change is the one that moves first, and anything that's connected to it moves afterwards. So if we have the upper body bone and we want Sans to move to the left, then by extension the upper body will then move, the neck will then move, and then lastly goes the head. So it'll be the upper body goes first, the upper body 2 goes second, the neck goes third, and then the head goes last. Because if we do this, so we're going to just line everything up at the same time. Boop. Just lining everything. I'm gonna delete this afterwards. Alright, there you go. So we have this, it's all lined up at the same time. So this will happen. As you can see, it looks a little robotic. It looks really robotic. It's still smooth, but because it's thanks to the interpolation curve, but it's extremely robotic. So if we have again the thing there. It's way better. So always follow the first, second, and last rule. So it also helps. It also applies to the hands, to the arm. So the arm moves first, the elbow moves second, and then the wrist moves last. So it'll be this kind of tier. The reverse can also work, assuming that, let's say, Sans head moves first. If Sans head moves first, then the neck will go second, upper body 2 go third, and upper body go last. So pretty much that's it. That's the simplest way I can take it. Eyes, please. Oh, okay. Eyes. So you have them moving. You have them moving all smooth and nice, but if the eyes aren't moving, then they're still dead. Eyes are like a big factor. As you can see here, Sans rolls his eyes and pretty much just moves them around. And that simulates better life, because if we move his eyes, so these are like his frames for his eyes, and we're gonna remove them. There. He looks dead. He looks dead inside. Without like eye motion, he looks so dead inside. But if you have the eye motion, that little eye roll signifies a lot. So eyes are extremely important. Like, it can also, eyes can is one of the motion that can make or break your animation, because if models don't move their eyes a lot, then they're dead. Because we humans move our eyes a lot. And we do that thing where our eyes sort of like just teleport. Like one frame it's left and then the other frame is right. It happens. And you should apply that to the models because it just makes them alive. So see Poop Child here. They move their eyes a little bit. Yeah. Exaggerate. Okay. So if you try to go for the extremely realistic movement, it might not be enough to show. Because honestly, sometimes the most expressive things are not that expressive enough. So I like to exaggerate the motion because honestly, I don't really think people would be swaying this much while they sing. Since this is still technically a cartoon, even though we're going for something realistic, uh, it's it's still better to exaggerate just a little more. We don't like try to copy realism. We try to base it on it. We use it as reference, but it's still nice to add our own flavors. So whatever motion you're trying to reference, just exaggerate a little bit more. Like just sway the head a little bit more. Make the torso just bend just a little bit more. Because it'll make a huge difference. I don't really have much examples to show this, but like let's see Kara here. When you say something like I'm gonna break you to pieces just like you and your brother, you don't really just move your head swaying all around. I'm pretty sure you just say it at you say it just straightforwardly. You just I'm gonna break you to pieces just like you and your brother with just a little bit of head bopping, but for me that's not enough. It should really show that hey, this fucking child this child is serious. This child is really going all smug like. So that little head sway there really showcases that Kara is being all smug at Sans. So exaggerate. Try to exaggerate almost every motion. Don't exaggerate too much. Just you'll find the right balance eventually. And with a bop. Oh, this is important. I don't know the term actually in animation. I just call it a bop, but a bop is sort of like a resting motion, signifying the end of a motion. So if you go back here to Sans, if you look closely, you can see this. I animated Sans head slightly going down before it transitions to the next scene. A bop is sort of like a resting motion or just their motion coming to a rest. So like they just relax. The model just slightly relaxes. It should be the most subtle motion ever. So let's say when your model does all this sway bullshit, always end it with their head slightly tilting down. So and if it's for arms, end it with like their arms slightly just oops. And then with their arms just slightly coming there. Just slightly going down. That's what I can explain with a bop. Just their motion coming to a complete rest. Then it'll eventually stop and you can move to the next transition scene or whatever. And last one, practice. You think you think I achieved this in just one try? No. Nah, you're wrong. It took me 2 years. 2 whole years to actually be satisfied. I'm not gonna say good. Satisfied. It took me 2 years to be satisfied with my work. I mean, I'm not completely satisfied. I just like I think there's still things that need to be improving, but it takes a really long time and it takes dedication and hard work. Like if you're going to MMD, if you want to try animation, MMD or pretty much anything else, you need to practice and you need to practice now. because it's gonna take a long while. It's gonna take dedication and hard work. Don't you dare excuse yourself saying, "But I'm lazy." It's like, no, you're not going to get anywhere in life if you're that fucking lazy. I mean, if this is something of your passion, then by God, you need to stop being lazy. If you want this to be your life, if you want animation to be your life, I certainly know I want to. Don't be lazy. Keep on practicing, and eventually you'll get there. Anyway, that was a little bit philosophical, but that's pretty much it. That's all I needed to tell you, and I hope you have a great day, and I hope I can finish this animation by the end of January. Okay, that is all. I love you guys. Goodbye.